From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
You want to go where to buy a new refrigerator? Steve's A to Z Appliance in Cottonwood? In Cottonwood? Just a 10-minute drive. And they'll save us money. New and used, honest, reliable, factory-trained repair service and parts, and they'll save us money. And dispose of this thing? We gotta make the short drive to Steve's A to Z. Thanks, son.
Steve's A to Z Appliance, front and main streets in Cottonwood. Drive a little, save a lot.
Good afternoon, everyone. We've got those gusty winds here, and that's going to keep us under that high fire danger at least through the afternoon. The good news is the red flag warning should be allowed to expire at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We do have weaker winds, though, for tomorrow and Friday. But I do expect cooler, but mainly dry conditions going into the weekend. We'll talk about that in a bit more detail here. A better chance for rain and some mountain snow on Monday. If there's one thing that the model's been very consistent on, it's Monday. Monday being that main chance for some rain. There's your neighborhood forecast at a glance here for today. Temperatures mainly in the upper 60s for the valley. We're talking 40s, upper 40s for Modoc and Eastern Mountains. For Trinity County, mid 60s and low 60s for those daytime highs for the north coast, really the coast in general. And looking at maybe just a few clouds kind of lingering around. But otherwise, looking at mainly sunny skies through most of the day today. All right, there's the wind advisory. Now, this is until this evening. Now, this is something I've been talking about even since yesterday. Gusts really have been over 30 miles per hour in many cases here for Redding all the way down to Chico. Everyone in the valley is seeing about the same amount of gusty winds. So as a result, I want to shade this in blue myself, but this is coming straight from the National Weather Service, to give you an idea. So don't put your guard down when you say, oh, well, Redding's not part of the red flag warning. No, that's not here. It's still hot and it's still going to be windy and dry out there, no matter where you are in the valley. All right, that's just the bottom line. Now, again, there are areas that are kind of sheltered from those winds. And like yesterday, there were some of you that didn't really experience very strong winds. But there were many other areas that did, and that's what really elevated that fire weather risk. But we are expected to see improvement with these winds over the next 12 to 24 hours. I'll show what I'm talking about. So here we are midday. Yeah, I mean, gusty winds still pretty much the case. And really, you'll notice, too, gusty, or should we say at least breezy for the coast. But look at southern Trinity County. Of course, the valley, the surrounding foothills and the mountains. Even in the eastern mountains, we've got some gusty winds there as well in Lassen and Plumas counties, for example. 5 p.m. today, the winds are showing signs of dying down, but still gusty, even at 5 p.m. today. Now, tomorrow morning, oh man, it's just lingering, especially for the folks in the foothills east of the valley. A lot of those exposed mountain ridge tops could be looking at some very gusty winds. Otherwise, still a little breezy in the valley, around 15 miles per hour. But look at elsewhere. I mean, you're in the single digits for those winds. And we go into Thursday around noon, still a little breezy in some spots, but you see how we're seeing that downward trend in much calmer winds as we go into Thursday. And just for fun, let's take you through Friday, because Friday is going to show that we've got those fairly calm winds through the day on Friday as well. All right, let's take a look at that humidity out there for today. There you can see at noon, there it is, those low humidity conditions here. So with the gusty winds and that low humidity out there, it's just not looking very good. Even at this evening, we're still about upper teens to even some lower 20s. Let's take you into your Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, single digits. Now, again, the winds are dying down, so the fire weather risk begins to drop as well. And going into Friday, slightly higher, but still very dry, even on your Friday. So let's take a look at that fire weather risk. Now, one of the reasons why we're not in the oranges and reds is because it's not in the middle of the summer. Because this model looks at temperature, wind, and humidity and combines all three. So if you take one of those elements out, we tend to see the fire danger not as high. But because it's windy and because it's dry, you see the yellows in here? That's kind of in that high range right here, moderate to high range. That's for today. Now, tomorrow, what you'll notice is some areas still seeing a little bit of that lighting or just getting outside of the green here. So you're in that low to moderate range on Thursday. So again, conditions are improving. That's really what we can take from this. So here's the big picture. You've got these storm systems riding up and over the main ridge of high pressure, but that high pressure off to our west is what's a contributing factor to the gusty winds as well as the area of low pressure over the desert southwest. You see this right here? When we have this setup with a nice deep trough to our east and a big ridge of high pressure to our west, that's a classic setup between the two. You see those gusty north winds. But as all of this shifts eastward, our winds die down. Our fire weather risk begins to drop as well. Now, all eyes are on the Pacific. This model on Monday was not showing much rain for Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. Then yesterday was putting all kinds of rain on Saturday. And now today, look what's happening. Look at the long-range forecast model here. This is the GFS, the American Forecast Model. Saturday, it approaches, and fairly dry though, through most of the day on Saturday. You look at the European Forecast Model, this doesn't even hold on to itself. It's gone. No rain at all, according to the European Forecast Model. Let's take you into Sunday. You see how it kind of pushes through, but then weakens and significantly dies out as it kind of moves through Northern California. So really, for the most part, I'm going to keep the weekend dry. Stay tuned. I'm going to keep watching this model in particular, but the European Forecast Model has been consistent in keeping us dry Saturday and Sunday. But what we are seeing consistency-wise, is Monday. Monday being the best overall chance for rain and mountain snow, about 4,500 feet, give or take. So a stay tuned forecast if you have weekend plans, but don't count on a lot of rain this weekend. But what it does look like is pretty promising for more rain on Monday. A bit of a break on Tuesday. This model maybe wants to bring in some rain by Wednesday, Thursday, but I'm just not seeing anything that's consistent. I'm not seeing a lot of confidence in that rain for next week after Monday. But what we do know is it'll be much cooler and maybe a chance for showers from time to time. All right, this may advance to the 7-day forecast sooner than I wanted to. Yeah, let's take you back. Click that button. We'll take you back a map here. Now we'll take a look at today. Clickers. It's like, you ever do that when you like pull up to your driveway, into your garage, you're like clicking that button and it just, come on, man. All right, so here you go. Upper 60s for your daytime highs today. And there you can, of course, see temperatures 40s and 50s for the higher elevations. Around 70 for Trinity County. And there you can see those temperatures, low 60s for the coast. All right, taking a look at your 7-day outlook, you can see those temperatures are actually warming up as the winds die down for your Thursday and Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I've got the clouds in there, but not necessarily the rain. Better chances for rain coming in on Monday, as I've been talking about here. Okay, so we take a look now at the coast, inland and Trinity County. Now, what I've done here is because the system could just clip the coast and parts of the inlet, especially to the north. Gasquet, Hoopa, right? Maybe a chance on Saturday. And then that better chance for rain coming in on Monday. All right, now we'll take a look at Siskiyou, Modoc, and the Eastern Mountains. Again, I'm just going to keep it dry for the most part through the weekend. And then, of course, we got that better chance for rain and snow down to about 4,500 feet, give or take, on Monday. Maybe another break by next Tuesday. That is your afternoon update. I'll be back again this evening at 6 o'clock. Until then, have yourselves a great day.
Wiggly mouth.
Woggy mouth.
No.
Painting.
Wiggy mouth.
It's Woogie Moth painting.
It's Wogamoth painting, and yes, we'll paint anything.